So Chun in Third Strike works like this. Every other character in the game uses a bunch of the different systems, has a bunch of different moves that they use, so you have a thing called the Kara throw, which is basically you do one frame of a normal into a throw input and it moves your character around, so you get extra range on your throw. And there's a thing in Third Strike where, like in almost all Street Fighters, where when you hit with a normal, you only have a couple of frames past the hit stop in order to translate into something. So Chun, first of all, more stuff about Third Strike. Every character goes through a mandatory standing frame when they get up. Which means, even if you're holding down back, if they do something that only hits standing characters, you have to block it when they go. Or parry it. Okay? Except Chun.
There it is.
Also, Chun-Li is 2 pixels shorter than any other character in the entire game, which means a whole bunch of moves that are supposed to require crouching characters to block, she just ducks for free. Yep, 2 pixels makes a huge difference. If there was one thing I was going to fix about Third Strike, even if it was including Chun's super and Genei Jin and the crouching medium kick cancel and everything, it would be her height when she's crouching. It breaks so much crap for other characters, it's not even funny. She's a different shape in the air, which just means you learn Chun-Li specific combos. Okay, fine. So she has crouching forward, which is medium kick, which is 2 frames faster than most other characters crouching forward, and is decently safe on block. But the important bit is 2 things. So in that game, everybody extends vulnerable boxes before they extend active boxes on moves. Chun's crouching forward is an exception to that. The active hitbox comes out on the same frame as her vulnerable box. And her vulnerable box stops extending outward after the active frame, so punishing it is really hard. But the other part of it is, they screwed up when they were writing the script for it. So in the place where, like, remember when I said you only have a couple frames to cancel? So in the so her move has the normal super cancel or special cancel window on crouching medium kick, but then I think it's 3 frames after the end of that special cancel window, there's an erroneous start super cancel window tag. So like really late in the move, you can do supers out of it. And since her Super 2 goes full screen and hits in 2 frames, she can poke with crouching medium kick and then more easily than anything else in the entire game confirm into super. And that super does like 40% damage and a shitload of stun. Anyway, so Chun has crouching medium kick, which she uses all the time. It's super fast, it builds a lot of meter on Earth. And if you touch them with it at all, you can really easily confirm into a super, more easily than anything else in the entire game, okay? She has a 2-frame crouching jab, which is basically equivalent to super startup. So you have 1 frame to stuff it, and the 2nd frame to save. And she can combo supers off of it. So, frame traps that work against every other character because the next fastest crouching jab is 3 frames don't work against her only because she has a 2-frame crouching jab. And this is Street Fighter 2 frames, by the way, not SkullGirls or anything that makes sense frame data 2 frames, which means 1 frame, then an active frame. Because in Street Fighter frame data, the first active frame is counted as part of startup, right? So that you can do things like a 5-frame move punishes a -5 move. That's the only reason. Anyway, so also, she has the game's biggest Kara throw, standing medium kick, standing forward. Wow, I'm doing Street Fighter 5. Which moves her basically a full character with forward, and then she gets the throw. And on top of that, her throw animation is really awkward, so a lot of times it looks like you threw her. Because like her throw starts with this weird like step around you. So for a bunch of characters, it's actually really hard to tell if you went for a throw and she went for a throw. It's hard to tell that she threw you. In addition to that, she has Back Fierce, which is a giant hitbox that is safe on block. And so a thing that you may not know about Third Strike is when other people talked about fighting games before Third Strike, when they said this move has a lot of priority, that was bullshit. It just meant the move had a big hitbox and a small vulnerable box, whatever. Okay, so Third Strike is one of the only fighting games to have an actual priority system, which means if two moves trade on the same frame, the stronger move wins. So jab is less than strong, is less than fierce, equal to specials is less than super.
Right.
So you can trade with a Dragon Punch with a Fierce, you cannot trade with a Dragon Punch with a Jab, and you cannot trade with a Super with anything that's not a Super. Okay? So Chun has Back Fierce, which is a huge move, really fast, easily confirmable into her Super, and it's a Fierce, which means it stuffs anything that's not also a Fierce. And basically that's Chun in a nutshell. Oh, she also has Standing Roundhouse, which hops off the ground, so it's throw invincible, and is super jump cancelable if you get the close version because they were being cool. But since you can cancel the startup frames of a jump into a super, that move is not special cancelable. This is a common thing like Slayer's Kicks and stuff have it in Guilty Gear, but it's basically if the move is not special or super cancelable, if it's jump cancelable, then you do the move, and you do a special move motion with up, and then you cancel the jump startup frame into the move. So you do Standing Roundhouse and then double quarter circle torque up, and then you kick, and you cancel the startup of your super jump into the super. So it's as if the move is super cancelable. Does that make sense? So she has a move up close that beats throws, is a roundhouse, which means it beats any other strength of move that's not a fierce or a roundhouse, and cancels into her super that does a massive amount of damage. And for some reason, she gets to store 2 of those supers instead of just 1. It doesn't have the longest bar in the game, that's Shin Shoryuken and a couple other supers, but it has 1 tick less than that, and she gets to store 2. So, unlike with a bunch of other characters where you have to learn to play almost all of Third Strike and where all of your moves have uses and everything, Chun uses Crouch Medium Kick, Back Fierce, Kara Throw, and Super, and that's it. And Standing Roundhouse if you're close. And like, that's learning to play Chun. And she's really annoying because all of those moves are really good and extremely effective. As far as Yin goes, Jin has the shortest super bar in the game. You can only store 1, but 2 combos basically builds them a super. It's a custom combo super, so you cancel into it and then he can cancel crap into others. Like he can do normal, special. Right. And then like, it also gives everything infinite juggle points, which is not actually how Third Strike works, but it's the useful fiction for how Third Strike works. It basically means you can juggle you with anything. And the other thing that Jin does, so it speeds up all of his normals by 1 or 2 frames, but the really important thing that it does, and that I swear is an oversight because it's not true of any of the other supers that have time bars, is it makes all of his normals have super priority.
Oh, awesome.
So you actually can't stuff his now 2-frame jab with anything except a super, and it will trade with supers. But hey!
Yep.
It's Weatherbee.
Yeah.
WB.
You can go to Couch Motel. Oh yeah, there's a couch here. Now.
Hello.
Stop looking at your phones.
No.
There are people in the room you can talk to.
No.
Don't be so funny.
Want to socialize?
Okay.
Shut it.
Hi, Devita.
Hi, Mike. You believe in aliens?
You mean like illegal ones or extraterrestrial ones?
That's a very strong sorry.
Alloys.
Does it matter if I believe in them? They exist.
Oh my god.
Damn. Alright.
Damn.
I mean, like, it only matters that you believe in God because there's no proof.
I see.
Can someone please give me a Twitch?
Interesting if true.
That's quite a foreign opinion. I'm not quite used to that.
What?
I'm just.
I was just making a pun on foreign and alien. I'm sorry, I do that sometimes.
Yes, I believe that there are extraterrestrials.
I didn't plan
If the
it.
universe is actually infinite, or even very, very large, the probability is too high to ignore that extraterrestrials exist. Also, it is amazing hubris to insist that humans might be the only life that ever evolved.
That's just impressive.
Well, it's egotistical.
For some reason.
would it be humorous to say we're the best like?
Yeah, look at what is currently happening in this country and say it again.
Yeah, but how good are the aliens at video games?
They're
Yeah,
probably
see,
pretty good at,
are
like,
they hardcore gamers or casual?
Are they,
you know what? I hear they have the record at Space Invaders.
How good are their wifey?
Alien waifus are the best.
alien waifus are probably pretty high level.
Red, you gotta learn how to block better.
I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention. I'm thinking of alien waifus. I can block you now, dude. That's fine.
I have 5 bars.
Die!
She's not even
Not
dead.
dead!
Fucking die!
She's hiding behind his leg. She's safe. Yeah, she was safe.
Big Papa Protector.
Why did that happen?
What? 'Cause I didn't do it.
Oh.
Bad key.
Oh my god.
I'll take it.
I just want you to know you could have lost. I don't actually have to do it.
I attempted to finish my potato.
Is there a guy in the background with a bird
You're
head?
just throwing your food on the floor.
Have you seen me?
Fuck,
I have cats.
Fair enough.
God damn it. The stage changed.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that nice? You don't have to sit through the same.
hate
You don't have to sit through the same stage for like 20 years.
Dumb.
What is that fucking, what do you call those things? Fish? No. Shut up. No, the
Seriously,
guy,
what are you talking
the
about?
guy over there. What the fuck?
Octopus? Nautilus?
That thing.
Oh no,
That thing.
Where are you pointing?
Arthropod? Is that an arthropod?
Yes. It's if you look up something or other eating Doritos, like insect eating Doritos. There's some giant insect. in
That's
some
the
picture.
reference?
Yep.
Fuck!
Really? Are you fully?
I'm not joking.
I
That
was just
Alex's
about to ask,
reference.
what is he eating? And the answer is genuinely Doritos. Fuck.
Dude. 5 years.
I'm mad.
Never made that connection.
How many people even know this? Holy shit.
I mean, Alex knew it.
No, I mean, like, how many
Well, so
people
it
in the
depends on-
SkullGirls
Probably nobody.
community reckon this is a big deal? Put this on the front page of Skullheart.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm blocking right now.
I mean, outside of that, like the EGM guy is on the left side of the stage.
EGM?
The purple guy that's jumping up and down
340.
makes all the EGM faces
Oi!
from the ratings for the.
Oh!
And it was
Isn't that
amazing.
GamePro?
It was amazing because for
Wait,
Yeah, that's GamePro.
GamePro.
That had the
GamePro. Sorry, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
GamePro,
there you go.
yeah.
That makes sense.
For most of the development
Still.
of the game,
Yeah.
he was down on the ground in the front.
Yeah.
And then they put him up there in the back behind a board so you can't actually see his face.
Wait, it's at. Holy shit. It's gonna. Why'd you have to spoil that?
What?
That he's hidden, so wait, you can't actually see his face.
That wasn't intentional.
No, I mean, like, but he. Wait, is he still hidden?
Yes.
It could have been like one of those, like, fucking 5 years later, somebody, like, disassembles the, like,
Well, you
the
can
stage
go do
background.
that. Go
You
do it.
can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just textured. Everything's
It's
just
just-
textured.
Man.
We're just.
Bro,
Guys,
everything is
Just textures, man.
Like, that's just your texture, man.
I was like picturing like 5 years later, like with that the third strike stage and what the fuck the Japanese
Doraemon?
mascot Doraemon, like they take off the layers
Yes,
and
we
there's
get
like
it, Devita, we get it.
like
We get it, Devita.
I don't think you do, Mike.
I got it, Devita.
Do you actually get it, Mike?
Is this Dinosaur Damage and not Weatherbee?
Yes.
You know how I can tell? Because he's
It
worse.
looks like the
That's fair.
Well, no, I can't see him.
I mean, you can look around the bottom.
Mike doesn't
Beg
see.
your surroundings, my man. I'm man.
I'm man.
Something face over.
Oh, also the fish. Yeah, the fish was mad. That person was mad and thought the second year was useless because I already beat over it. If you're gonna get hit by it, it's not. I already beat over it.
Why do you keep doing that?
Bad idea.
And then another person said,
I mean, if you can't stop doing it, just play cancel. Just charge it and then play cancel. So
I mean,
faint now.
you could also
And
just
that's
toss it and fly up and.
Excuse me. Come on, let's go.
Where is the song from, Mike? That's what I'm quoting in.
It's fine.
Is it
Wow, that was nice actually. Should have got a
Those
conversion.
two things we'll never know. Song goes out.
Are you? I don't like
Yo,
your
boy,
game right
are
now.
you Bitcoin? Because your conversions suck.
Snap.
That was a.
That I think that's starting to affect me mentally.
Yeah.
No, you gotta have a mental to be affected mentally.
Stop, please. Cease this assault.
Fundamentals.
That's a good way to go out.
Yeah.
I wish I was.
Mensa.
Wake up like a.
Someone clip that.
Just remember, for every miss and there's a match, and you're just losing
Rush and roll. No.
What's TV?
That commercial where he walks through the SUV is like my whole childhood all at once. Oh yeah!
You walk through an SUV your entire childhood?
Basically.
Brutal.
Give me some skin.
You gave him
What?
not much skin.
Oh, that goes pretty good.
Oh my god. I wish I could react. Kids react. SkullGirls. I'm the kid.
That was awful.
I'm the kid now.
His eye is miscolored. No, that's
It's
a part
the
of
spark.
no, that's a part of the block spark.
He's
you're right.
fucking on weed! Mike?
What is wrong with
I don't
you?
know why that's tiny.
You should have
What isn't?
Baritones.
Big weed.
What was the thing that I was, what's the thing that I was actually laughing at before?
No idea. Couldn't have been
Oh,
that
the Chihuahua joke.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wait,